Might as well just start recording and get right to it then, huh? Damn, you guys are not messing around. 17 people jump on in like 90 seconds. That is fantastic. So, Darius, good to see you. Well, let me go ahead and say hi to everyone. Aloha Electronics. Andre, good to see you here. Arthur, the amazing Brenda. Costello, two Dariuses? I guess it just restructured on me. David K. Isaiah, Jesus, Mr. Kevin, Kobe, Matt, Nate the OK. Oh, Nate the Great. My fault, Nate. That was my bad. I'll go for another half an hour tonight just because I pronounced the last name slightly off. Wallace West, Iron Man. Got them all. Killing it. All right, guys, I got two waters with me just in case we do and go for a sec. So let's go ahead and get right to it since we are start recording. This is what we're going to do today. What's the outline? That's right. We're going to go over an important point. Oh, it says internet's unstable. We're going to do we're going to talk about something. Yep, that's the same thing. Yep, we're going to talk about that. Oh, I'm going to share something you guys are going to like. A new way in addition to, okay, so we're going to talk about something we got to talk about. Then I'm going to share with you guys a new way in addition to getting like a business, to getting businesses that's not pawn shops and not, there's nothing to do with pawn shops. There's nothing to do with cell phone stores. There's another thing you can do to get like, to do business to business. So you guys know I got a lot of cell phone shops now, and I got like suppliers that kind of set up deals. It's really nice. I don't even do marketplace anymore. I very rarely, I don't want to say I don't, but I very rarely do the reach out method on marketplace, even though I did like a week and a half ago and I snuck, I picked up, but I very rarely do it because I have like a few people now that do it in my area. So it's like, and I know it's like three people. My phone will turn on in like 5 minutes. Three different people will message me, and they'll all be like, hey, iPhone 11, 256 gigabyte crackback Sprint, how much? And there'll be like three people in 5 minutes that'll hit me up. So they're like, they'll go get the phones or set up the appointments and bring them to me. So I let them just do the platform because whichever one gets it, it's all going to flow to me. So it's very, very, very nice. But there's another thing you can do in addition to that I'm going to share with you. And not only am I going to share with you, I'm going to give you like a concrete example, because as you guys know, how Next Level works is I only share with you guys stuff that is tried, true, tested, and proven to work. That's why we probably have 21 people on the live on this chat right now, because I only share with you guys stuff that works. Then we're going to do questions. So anyone here that has questions, I definitely want you guys to let me know what questions you have. Then we're going to do a message negotiation. It is 1, 2, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, whatever. It's 12 screenshots. So I thought it was only 9, but it's 12. So it's brand new. So that's what we're going to do. So with that said, let's dive into it. I've talked about this before. We've talked about this before, but we always have new people, so I always want to reemphasize it. So when Amazon got started and they started growing their business, Amazon wanted to come out with the Kindle. They wanted to have like a little tablet where you could have books. But the problem was back then, they didn't have a way to have books scanned in. It's not like there was a gazillion books like online now. This was a new thing. So Jeff Bezos, Amazon, whoever set it up. But Amazon came up with a way where they started sending, I believe, millions of books, printed books, overseas to a company, and the company started scanning in these books. So then they eventually got to the point where they had a lot of the books people would want scanned in. So they had the books scanned in now, because now that they're scanned in, now people could buy it off a tablet. So then they went to go create the tablet. And the thing was, the tablet came out, they had this tablet, and the tablet had Wi-Fi. Pretty much all tablets back then had Wi-Fi. But Amazon said, you know what, this is not good enough. We don't want it to have Wi-Fi because we want it to be so convenient. It's all about the customer. It's always about the customer. What if the customer wants to download a phone and they don't have Wi-Fi? What if they're in like a Starbucks or they're somewhere or they're at a friend's house and they don't have access to the internet? That's too inconvenient. So we need to come up with a way where the tablet is going to automatically connect to some internet. So a person that has an Amazon Kindle can download a book anywhere. But this had not been created before. Nothing like this had been created. So the first thing they did is they solved the problem of not having any books online. They sent millions of books somewhere and someone scanned in all the books. The next problem they had to fix was to have it where they came up with a Kindle that anywhere, didn't matter where, it would be able to be connected to internet so you could download books. You wouldn't have to connect to Wi-Fi. And they eventually solved that. I don't know what they did. Maybe they partnered up with, they said, hey, you know, we're going to partner up with AT&T or whichever internet cell phone sours. And if someone wants to download a book, we want them to download this book. So before they made Kindle as user-friendly as they could, they had to go into they had a bunch of problems they had to deal with, and they had to solve the problems. When I'm working at AT&T, AT&T was telling me how there's this real rich place in St. Louis called Ladue. And if anyone here has ever been in St. Louis, you guys know that Ladue is kind of old money. They're old money. So big homes, golf courses, nice restaurants, bunch of rich people. Usually it's kind of like older crowd. It's kind of like older money, right? So like a buddy of mine who is actually in Next Level, funny enough, he joined Next Level. His parents live there, and like his great-grandfather started like a big accounting company, and they think they employ hundreds of people. They're very, very, very big. It's a very nice area. When you drive through the area, though, you'll notice that there's never any cell phone towers. Never any cell phone towers. You will not find a cell phone tower. Why? Because Ladue passed a thing that said that we don't want cell phone towers because we don't want these big wooden things sticking up that have wires hanging off it, because it hurts it makes the appearance of the town, whatever, whatever the place is called. It makes Ladue not look as fancy. They don't like the image. So AT&T wanted to get cell phone towers in Ladue so they could sell people in Ladue AT&T cell phone service. The problem was that they sold them cell phone service, they weren't going to be able to get any signal because there weren't any AT&T towers. Now, what did AT&T do? AT&T could have whined and they could have bitched. Oh, screw these people in Ladue, rich snobs that they are, even though I know some people from Ladue and they're very nice, but that's what they could have said, right? Fuck them, they just won't get any internet service. But you know what? AT&T understood the same thing Amazon understood, that the essence of being successful is problem solving, that the better you get at solving problems in your business, the more money you're going to make. Now when you drive through Ladue, you'll notice some weird stuff. One of the things, like a flagpole, let's say a flagpole is normally this big, you'll notice that some of the flagpoles are like this thick. Why do they have such, and they're a little bit taller than normal. Why are there some flagpoles that are this thick? Because AT&T set up agreements with those people to stick AT&T cell phone towers inside the flagpoles. That way, and I think they have it in some structures. There might be like a big bear, and the cell phone tower is in a bear that's in front of a structure. So now AT&T can comply with Ladue's requests of no cell phone towers. However, they can get their antennas inside Ladue so people in Ladue can get AT&T cell phone service, and so they can sell people in Ladue cell phone service, expanding the market, making them more money. The point of these examples is that all businesses have issues, all businesses have challenges. What makes businesses successful is businesses understand this and they come up with creative ways to solve their problems. The better you get at solving problems in your phone flipping business, the more money you will make. You guys might have seen my post in David's group. What was it? Can't believe we have 30 people on this group chat. You might have seen in David's group. What was it? It was like a week ago, where I talked about all the problems I had. A $10,000 wire got delayed. All these problems. We all have problems. What makes people successful in this business is they get good at solving problems. What are ways we can solve our problems? One of the ways, of course, is by asking questions in the group. The other way is by going through training in the back office. A few times a week, I will see people that ask questions in the Facebook group where literally there's a start to finish video that I created that's structured, sometimes as copy and paste templates in the back office. Don't forget, guys, I think some people forget this. You guys paid for Next Level. I'm not here to sell you anything. You guys already bought, right? Don't forget that you guys have access to that training and you can go through it and it's there for you when you need it. And of course, the other thing is YouTube and Google. Some things we can look up on, some things we can look up in the back office. Some things, we can ask questions. The other thing is we can look up stuff on Google and YouTube. One of the things that I am always, so I give you an example today. I bought a phone. I ran it, and it said AT&T or Cricket. And what I did was I didn't know if Cricket would work for AT&T. What did I want to do? I wanted to sell it as AT&T, but it said AT&T or Cricket. So if it said Cricket, then it had to be tied to Cricket. So what did I do? I just went to Google. I went to Google. I probably use Google on average, not all the time, but I'd say maybe 10 to 20 times a day, no bullshit. And it said that I think Cricket the one that I had wouldn't work for AT&T. I would have had to get it unlocked. But I think it said the other way would work. I don't 100% remember what it said. But it was basically what I had to sell it as a bad IMEI. So I solved my own problem. I had a problem. And I just went to Google. So a good structure to follow is check the group, check the program, check Next Level, because let me show you guys something. Okay, where we're gonna go here, we're gonna go here. So let me just see if I can log into it. I created my own account in Next Level, but sometimes I forget the password. Oh yeah, I forget the password. Let's try this one. Oh, likes it, but it's not showing me anything. What's another one? Support at, let's try that one. Maybe it's gonna work. Hey! Guys, I remembered my own password for my own program. Everyone here should be proud of me. All right, so we're gonna go here. So let me just show this to you guys because it's important that everyone here understand this. So you got appraisals, right? I organized this. Not only did I make the training, I tried to organize it in a way where it's easy for you to find stuff. So appraisals, how to know what to pay for your items, how to appraise items when no comparables show up on eBay. You guys see this? So if you're having issues appraising a weird item, maybe it's a brand new item, maybe it's a brand new item where there's no comps yet, this video will literally give you a step-by-step format to show you how to appraise that item. And then, not only do I have a video, guys, because I love you guys, and I want to give you guys quick shortcuts, about a month or two ago, I redid a lot of the training, so I actually give you a breakdown of everything. I go over what the drop-down method is, and the best things to drop down for phones, for tablets, for Apple Watches. I literally give you that outline. We got other stuff. We got ad training. So let's say we're going to go Craigslist. I got a nice 50-minute long video teaching you everything under the sun about Craigslist. Then, of course, I have copy and paste titles and descriptions you can download, images that you can download. And then we have some notes. So let's look at the notes. Title, image, and description all need to match. If you're going to make an ad for smartphones, it should not say I buy iPhones. So I literally give you a 2-minute breakdown and examples. This is a good example. Also, what's the other thing? Craigslist, we're not doing anything sneaky. One of the big things I see people do is they try to disguise their ads on Craigslist. So I bring that up here and I show you. This is an image. My phone number is right there on the image, and a bunch of other stuff, right? So like, you know, the pro tip should not have a Craigslist ad should have your phone number in it, not message me for a free quote. So you guys can see all this stuff. These are all how I got 22 Craigslist accounts. I give you literally a breakdown of everything. I got the same thing with, I think we have it with other things too. I think Facebook groups. Facebook groups. This is the Facebook group strategy. I show you how to literally find every single Facebook group and the words to type in: buy, sell, trade, BST, swap, Craigslist. And then the whole thing for it, the best type of ad image to use for it, and everything. And I give a couple examples. You have to message me for a quote. And of course, if any of you guys wanted to steal this, you just right-click it, save it right to your phone. No problem. I also show you how to, some people they're in 100 Facebook groups, but they posted the same 20 Facebook groups and they don't post to the other ones. There's a formula for how to make sure you evenly post to all 100 groups that you have. How to get ads to stick on the apps in the marketplace. Warm-up ads. The importance of warm-up. So I got all this stuff, right? We could do hot and cold theory. So this is theory part 1. This is another one. Look at this. Cold image, an example of a cold image. Medium, medium, hot, hot. I'm literally giving you examples so you can get a quick, short overview of everything. I got this with a lot of stuff. Message negotiation, right? The script. We have the whole script right here. You can copy and paste. Ooh, that's a 2-hour video. I like that. Everything. Here's the other thing, right? RWOCM, micro steps. And then the 3 levels. So we got the 3 levels, and everything with this is broken down. Response for a level 2, response for a level 3. There should be the 4 parts here. So don't forget about the back office, okay? Again, I'm not here to sell you on buying next level. You guys already bought it. I just want to reemphasize that. And for anyone here that, you know, because I did redo a lot of the training, before the training didn't have the shortcuts. Now it has the shortcuts. There's also the resources tab. So again, the last thing we'll do this, and then we're going to go to the next thing. You have the resources tab. Images for apps in the marketplace. I think it's closer to like 800 now images. You can download images here. Resources tab. Add images for Craigslist, Facebook groups in your profile. These are different types of images. Get them here. The eBay listing template. I have the eBay listing template. You can copy and paste right here. You can literally just copy and paste it. And then I have another video about the eBay listing template. You have my VA and his contact information. And then, of course, there's a video because you have to manage him. So there's a whole video on managing him. And then there's tips. Watch the video. Make sure he only gets paid after he completes the work. All sorts of stuff and all these other things. 2 accounts, TextStand Plus, Android, all these other things. A backup phone. How to get a good backup phone. SICW, different breakdown on SICW and different S1, S2. See if a Samsung's unlocked. AT&T device paid off. These are the apps that I use for images. These are the apps that I use for Craigslist because the images I use for Craigslist and Facebook groups are different than the apps I use for apps and marketplace. So there's a breakdown of all that. So that's that. Let's see. Boom, boom, boom. So we got that. Oh, no, I don't want to do that. I don't think, because I think that would cancel the meeting. And let's see. So we talked about that. Okay, so let me share one more thing. Then we'll do questions. Any questions you guys have, let me know. We have a couple more minutes on today's group chat. We're not doing a group chat for Halloween because I intend to be out scaring kids with Dad. That's what I plan to do on Halloween. Might do it in my neighborhood. I might try to invite myself over to Magner's house because I hear Magner has got a lot of kids in his area too. Or maybe I just show up to one of your guys' houses. You never know. Okay, sometimes I just invite myself to stuff. So, okay. So cell phone stores, you guys will like this. So you guys know my good friend David Magner. We like to go clubbing a lot. We're in the light. David Magner is a good guy. We like to go clubbing. Okay? David likes to be social and meet people when we go out as well. So one of the places we go to is this big club in St. Louis, and David has kind of made friends with the manager there. Just from talking to people, he always says hi to like the bouncers. He says hi to the bouncers. He's bought bottles there before. He's kind of made friends with the manager. He got into buying cell phones, and he asked the manager if they ever find iCloud lock phones. If they ever run across, if they ever come into like phones at the end of the night after 1,000 people have partied where people have left their phones. The guy said yes. David asked him what he did with the phones. The guy said, well, we throw them away. He said, by law, there's some law where it's like, and it could be different in every place, but I'm going to give you the general one for St. Louis. It's if you, they have to keep the phones for like 30 or 60 days, or I think it's 30 days. So they keep the phones for 30 days, and they keep them in wheelhouse. And a percentage of people will say, hey, did I leave my phone there? And they'll be like, yeah, you left your phone here. And they'll come down and get their phone. After 30 days, though, the rule is, I don't know, you guys go Google it if you want, but it's something along the lines of after 30 days, it's if someone hasn't claimed the item, as long as they can come and claim the item at any time, and the place is open during the day. So I think you can go there on like Tuesday and lunch and like pick up the phone, right? So it's pretty convenient to pick up the phone. But if no one claims a phone in 30 days, it's considered like lost property and it doesn't belong to the person anymore. So they used to just throw those phones away. Well, David set up a deal with the owner, said, hey, you throw them away, I can actually buy these. Why don't you just give them to me? I'll sell them and we'll split the profit. So now it's like around like once a week, I don't know, every other week, David will go there, pick up a bunch of items. He doesn't have to negotiate, doesn't have to put up ads for those people. He already has them locked in. And he actually, all the iCloud lock ones, he just sells to Atlas. So he sells them all to Atlas. Atlas will pay him, and then he splits the money with the owner. So like on last week, he gave the owner like $455. So that means he made $455. So if he's picking up a handful of phones every week and he's making like $900 in profit, he's splitting it, he's making like $450 a week, not doing anything. And of course, that's one club. David told me, he goes, I might consider messaging all the other owners and club owners, which would not be a bad idea, right? You contact all the bar owners in your area, all the club owners, right? Contact them, pursue them a little bit, contact 20 people, get 3, 4, 5 of them that agree with you. Make sure you're following the law, but as long as the law says that after a certain amount of time, legally, they don't belong to the person, if the person hasn't claimed them, if they're going to throw them away, have the person give them to you, everything's green. Everything's fresh. No funny business, nothing fancy. Go around and pick up items. So I just wanted to share that with you guys because that's a great way in addition to cell phone shops. Pawn shops is just clubs, bars, but also just other businesses. As you're talking to other people, I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. So thought you guys might like that as well as another strategy. And you know, that's fantastic. That's awesome. So let's see. So that's that. We cover that. We cover that. What questions do you guys have? Any questions you guys have? Any questions you guys have, let me know. Then we're going to do this message negotiation critique. How would the bill of sale work in that situation? I would just make one bill of sale for everything, and I would just write all the items on one thing. That's what I do when I buy a lot of items anyway. I just put everything on one thing. Have the owner sign it. Brenda says, have you tried it for restaurants too? That'd be a good thing as well. I haven't. But it's a brand new thing. Do I intend to do this? Yeah, I intend to do this as well. I would love to make 150 grand a year, have a bunch of cell phone shops, have a bunch of suppliers. I already have those. Bunch of pawn shops, few restaurants, few clubs, and be good to go. And the other thing you could do is there's always, when I used to work at AT&T, they would do like, there'd be corporate contracts where there'd be companies, like medium-sized companies, they might get their employees 50 phones, and then every year they upgrade their phones. If you talk to businesses, I'm sure you'd run across some people and you try to buy them back their phones. Give them more than what AT&T is going to give them at trade-in. Just give them cash. Go pick up 50 phones at once. All AT&T. All clean IMEI. Um, Superman says, how much do you know about a paid ad account? I know, I know a fair amount. I Facebook banned a couple of my paid accounts and I got those back up and running. Got a specific question about that? So, question about that, we talked about the bill of sale, how the bill of sale worked. Bill of sale for, if you're going to, you're just buying a bulk amount of iCloud Lock phones. So, you just do a bill of sale for all that. I can't get my OfferUp account back running, and I'm running out of numbers to try new accounts. Even cold ad images get me ghosted on the platform. I can't get my OfferUp account back up running, and I'm running out of numbers. Is your OfferUp account, Mike, is your OfferUp account banned? Like, are the ads just cold? Is it just a cold account, or is it banned? Did you, do the test, and after the test, it was for sure banned? Or ghosted? We can say ghosted, banned, same thing, but good point. Thank you, Mike. For sure ghost. Oh, it's ghosted. All right, so it's for sure ghosted. Like you did 3 warm-up ads, no one responded. You messaged 10 people, no one hit you back. It's not working, right? Three, you made a new account. Let's see. They got ghosted immediately. You made a new account. All right, so you uninstalled OfferUp. You made a new OfferUp. So new phone number, new email address. You did the Trulio thing, so you fully verified it. And then even after it was fully verified, right? Try it 8 times. Okay, good. So we got the numbers. New backup account. So Mike, Mike. Let me see where you at. Where you at, Mike? All right, Mike, tell me what's going on again. I just unmuted you, Mike. I figured it might be easier just in case I'm trying to read it.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, what's up?
Hey, what's up?
All right, so give me a breakdown again so we get the whole picture overview. That way I'm not asking 20 questions, all kind of sporadic.
Right. I've tried 8 different times. I've gotten new phone numbers. I'm trying to figure out what they're banned in. Are they banned in the phone numbers? Or are they banned in my IP address? What's the issue to why I keep getting ghosted?
So when you make a new OfferUp, you're using all new contact info, right?
Yeah.
Cool. And you're fully verify with email, phone number, Trulio, all that, right?
Well, not the Trulio, because I don't people always act weird. I'm like, hey, can I get your driver's can I still use my driver's license every time? Or once they ghost me, are they tracking that?
It's a good question. I've used my driver's license a good 4 or 5 times, so you can definitely reuse it.
Okay. Well, I haven't tried that because I figured once I'm ghosted, it's in the system. So I was asking other people to use their driver's license, but they're skeptical about doing stuff like that.
What about family or friends or close neighbors, or you try those people too?
Yeah, but what happens is I'll use their information and then I get ghosted and I can't just I just don't know how to get it going. I'll post 3 regular ads, I'll hit up some people, and then I get ghosted. Once I put my first cold image ad, the account is done. Everything's shut down, no more views, nothing.
So you're doing a lot of stuff right, which is good because you're very deep into the process. So, right. And you got the new accounts and you've tried on different phones, right?
Right. Yeah, because I buy phones, so it will not work on my phone. I even tried the GPS to trick the algorithms to show that I'm in a different location, but I think it blocks your IMEI number because it doesn't work on my phone at all, no matter what. So when I buy phones, I'll just try new phones and then it will work. And then I'll start posting stuff and then I try to run an ad and then I get ghosted.
Okay, cool. So we'll get a new phone And then, of course, all new contact info, new email, new phone number to verify, and then try your driver's license again. Trulio is very big on OfferUp. So if you're not going to if you don't Trulio verify it, the account overall is OfferUp puts it in a suspicious light anyway. Trulio really gives it authority.
Okay. I'll give that a go. And then what, maybe just post regular for a week or two and just to, get the account warmed up? Or I was trying to post the first day. Maybe that's why.
Yeah, that's what I would do. I'd give it a day or two, post some warm-up ads, mark them sold, and then message people and really kind of warm it up. And then the first ad I post, it would, of course, be a cold ad, just like you said, it was perfect, and I would sandwich it for sure.
What about the titles? I've been putting iPhone 6 Plus and up. Are those red flags? Do I need to just act like I'm listing the phone?
Yep.
Okay.
So I'd make the title iPhone 6 64 gigabyte AT&T cracked screen, fully working, clean IMEI is the title. And the description, I would say everything works, message me for information. And just use the ad as try to advertise it.
If I buy smartphones in the title, I get crazy amount. Right. Okay. All right, I got you.
Cool. So try that out, Mike, and then give us an update in the group too, so we know if that helped or if we got to come up with kind of the next step as well. After all that, though, I'd say the next step would be to, just do OfferUp for the reach out method and do the other platforms that are a little bit easier. But definitely try out the Trulio thing because that's a very big thing on OfferUp.
All right, that's good to know.
Cool. All right, let's see. Boom, 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 boom. Eric says could be your IP. Yeah, it could be. I have a bunch of IP. So you've made it. We'll try that out. I guess the next thing. Once connected internet at home, your account gets banned. IP's been blacklisted. Backup phone, says Eric. Cool. Have your name in the app be something like I buy phones. Oh, that's a very good idea. Smart idea. That's a fantastic idea, Eric. D-Money says, did you say something about buying iCloud locked phones in bulk? What did you do? Yes, I did. We talked about that just about 20 minutes ago. My buddy's selling so he just pick him up, corrects an invoice, sends him to Atlas, gets paid, nothing but it. And Sam had a question. Ain't gonna promise I can answer the paid ads. All right. Sam?
Hey, can you hear me?
Yeah, what's up, man?
Sorry, dude. My damn laptop's flipping out tonight, and I don't know why. Okay, so if a Facebook ad account gets restricted, is there any way that you can still add somebody to help you manage the account?
Is it banned or restricted?
I think restricted, but I'm not sure.
Did you try to add someone and it didn't let you?
Yeah, it wouldn't let the request be accessed.
So let's see. Try to get someone to add it. They do you have a business account?
I guess I have no clue, to be honest. As far as I know, I do, because I do the paid ads.
Okay. So let's see. You try to give someone access, but it wouldn't let you, and the account's restricted. So my guess would be no. My guess would be you have to get it unrestricted or make another account. If you have a business business like Facebook, you can have a bunch. You can have the main business one, and then you can have a bunch of you could have 10 different sub accounts. And the benefit of that is if one of the sub accounts gets banned, sometimes they'll ban the entire thing, but sometimes they'll just ban one of the sub accounts, but it won't ban everything else. And it'd be almost like having 10 OfferUp accounts, and they ban one OfferUp, but they ban like one OfferUp account, but the rest of the platform is still kind of healthy. So that's what I'd kind of check out.
Okay, so if I get what you're saying, there could be one business manager, but there could be sub accounts under there.
Yes. So I would try to create another account. And if you can't, then I would look into a business manager. Because with the business manager, you can have a bunch of them. Like I have AG Ventures LLC, and then I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then I got 7 different ad accounts. So if they kick me off of one ad account, the other 6 ad accounts are usually still good. In fact, that kind of happened. One of my ad accounts went bad for whatever reason. I just made a new ad account. I started using it. Ads started sticking, and I'm getting leads on that for like 77 cents a lead now. So that's what I would try. The other thing is, if this doesn't help you out, I would go to Facebook. I would try to find a Facebook paid ads group, join a few of those groups, and then ask that specific question you just asked me, because there's probably like an expert that would know that specific answer. I'm just kind of giving you a general workaround because I don't know the specifics of that.
Well, that is actually a great idea, and I had no clue you could even, find groups like that. So I appreciate that advice.
No problem at all. All right, guys. Rocking and rolling, baby. Aaron, I didn't hear anything about the... Okay, yeah, I guess you just... We just talked about in the beginning, but yeah, it'll be on the play. No problem whatsoever. We answer Yev on the line? Well, yeah. All right, we're going to move forward now. You guys want to hear... I don't know if I should say this. Okay. If you have issues with your ads not sticking for paid Facebook ads, warm-up ads work for paid ads as well. I made an ad that should have gotten approved Facebook, and they denied it. I asked for a manual review. They manually reviewed it and denied it. I did 5 warm-up ads, then I submitted the same ad, same image, same title, same description, everything. I did change out the letter 4, or the number 4, and I spelled FOUR. That's the only thing I changed. And it got approved yesterday. So I'm my warm-up ad every. I don't know if it works. Like maybe if you get a car, maybe you got my credit. Like my credit's still kind of iffy. Maybe they deny me for a credit card. I don't think resubmit it. I don't do anything on that, but it's working it out for the payday. Let's see. Onward and upward. 11-page message. All right, so now text breakdown. Guys, that's what it says on the to-do list, text breakdown. I sound very Britain. It sounds messed up. Okay, this is very good. Someone says it sounds messed up on my end. Well, doesn't sound like anything now. It says Blue Yeti. All right, we'll do. Let me try this. How does this sound now? Let me know what it sounds like now. Let me know how the sound is now. The default microphone has been changed to that. It will not be used. Microphone. All right, check. Sounds better now. Better. All right, it's better. Thank you for telling me. I just had to unplug it and plug it. Thank you for that feedback. I definitely want to make sure it's coming in clear, because I know nothing is more annoying than when you're trying to understand something and it's like scratching the inside of your ears. Yeah, it was kind of loose. So maybe it was just like, it was kind of hanging off, and I'm glad it's very good. I'm glad we got that fixed. Great feedback, guys. Thank you. Message negotiation time. Boom, boom, boom. Okay. All right. Let's see. Is Sam still? Oh, shit. Sam's still here. Well, I'm not going to say it. I'm just going to wait. Oh, damn. Hold on now. Nate the Great hit it too? Dang, Nate the Great. All right, we got a few players now. I'm just going to copy all this. Guys, I'm going to copy it now. Figure it out later. That's what we're going to do. Thank you, Nate. Did Nate have more than Sam? Is it the same thing? I'm tight on questions. That's the same message. You guys are smart. You guys hit everything. All right. We're just going to leave this here. All right. So this is a message negotiation. Now, I want to. There's one very important thing I want to point out on this thing. Now, the first few lines of this is the convo that I posted in Next Level a few days ago. However, I didn't show you the rest of it. So the first few things will look familiar because it's like the first 5 pages of what I posted from the messaging, but I didn't show you the rest of it. No one's seen the rest of it yet, so we're going to go over everything. So now what do we got to know about people? Guys, let's say the customer is being lazy. They're not giving you a lot of information, and they're communicating with you unclearly. Whose responsibility is it to communicate with them and to push the meetup? That's right. It's ours. Our job to communicate well for a customer. Our job to push the meetup. Let me ask you guys a question. I don't understand this, though. I worked out a deal with the customer. I'm about to give the customer a wad of cash for an item that they have laying around in the drawer, and the customer does not seem too interested to meet up with me. Why is it that I should push for the meetup? I feel like the customer should chase me. I got their cash. I feel like the customer is just being an idiot. What do you guys say to that? The customer is benefiting it just as much as I am. They're getting cash. They're getting cash right now. I want someone to overcome this objection of mine. I want someone to reframe my mind. Why is it that I should have to keep pursuing the customer? If the customer stops responding, why is it my job to put thoughts with the question mark? Why is it my job to ask the customer what's going on? Why is it my job to pursue it and do everything? Why is it? Well, if I don't do this, well, the customer already knows I'm interested, Jesus. The customer knows I'm interested. Because I've been pursuing them multiple times, and maybe we've even worked out a deal. Why is it that I have to do that? Tom says, we're the phone flipping professional. And if we don't pursue or show intent, that's right, we won't get the deal. Because even though if the customer is, let's say, being an idiot, which I never think, let's say the customer is being a little bit of a pain. Idiot is too strong. That was the incorrect words. I take that back. But let's say the customer is being a little difficult. Let's say that they want too much for their phone. Let's say that they're not contributing to the conversation. Let's say that in all reality they should. At the end of the day, either you're going to pick up the phone or you're not. And if you don't pick up the phone and you don't make your fucking money, that's your responsibility. That's your fault. You didn't pick up the phone. You didn't make the money. You could blame it on the customer, but it is really all on you. We must take responsibility for ourselves. The middle income, the average person, someone here guess what the median income is of the person in the United States. If you were to average it out, so this number, 50% of people make above this, 50% make below this number. Someone guess what that number is. 30K, 52K, ooh, you guys are smart. You guys are pretty good. 33,000. The average person in the United States Half the people in the United States make above 33,000, half make above below. Okay? The average person's not that motivated to make money. So it should come to no surprise that if you want to make 100, I made 184,000 last year in profit. That Yev is doing about 80, 90,000 a year in profit. If you want to be making 90,000, if you want to be making, let's say, $100,000 a year, there's a good chance you're going to have to take more initiative, take more responsibility than the average person, even though you think the average person should be motivated to go up and meet up with you with money. Because just like you guys all said, if at the end of the day you don't get the phone, that's your fault. Not the customer's fault. What are you going to do? You're going to go to your wife and say, the customer is being an idiot, so I don't have enough money to take you out. You're going to go to the landlord and say, you know what? The customer was being an idiot. I didn't think I should pursue him. I thought that I was better than that. So I didn't pursue him. I didn't pick up any phones this month, and I don't have your money. Guys, your responsibility, my responsibility, our responsibility, okay? It's our responsibility. No one is going to save us but us. We have to take full responsibility for our lives, okay? No one is going to do it for us. I'm not going to go out there and pick up your phones for you. I showed you the training in Next Level. Not only do I have the training, which, by the way, I've tested and that works. There's about 40 people now that flip phones full-time in Next Level. Not only do I have many templates with things underneath the training for you to copy and paste, you're not going to get any program that's going to make it easier. If you're not making the amount of money you need to be making, that's on you. Stop looking for a solution. Stop waiting for something to come. Nothing's coming. Nothing's going to save anyone here. It is up to us to take full responsibility for ourselves. You can either go out there and pursue the external life that you want, or you can keep making excuses. A lot of people, guys, the majority of people die never making the money they want, having the health that they want, or having the relationships with the type of people that they have. That's the truth. That should scare you. That should pursue you to move forward with this. So, let's get to it. The guy says, y'all still buy phones? I said, yes. Have something for sale. I have a 7 Plus. Okay, great. Any problems with it? Nope, it's pre-owned. Just got it today. How much? A lot of times, guys, I've just been appraising them as Sprint. I'd like to get a couple questions. I've just been appraising them as Sprint. So I just appraise it as Sprint. How much? I said, I can give you 60. Let me ask you guys another question. Sometimes I ask which company it's with. Sometimes I don't. Why is it that I decided on this one to not ask which company it's with? Ooh, Kevin. Woo! It's exactly what Kevin said. There's nothing wrong with asking 3 questions. The reason I decided to appraise it as Sprint, just to move it a little faster, is he was pushing for the price right here. You guys see that? See how he was pushing for the price? I could have asked which company it was with. That would have aggravated him just a little bit because he was ready for the price at this point, because he did ask for the price. So because of that, I decided to, because he was kind of ready for the price, just to go ahead and assume it as Sprint and give him a price. Because the company wasn't going to make that big of a deal, right? The condition's important, okay? We got to get the condition. Because an iCloud locked, no power, bad LCD, 2 Penelope screws undone at the bottom goes for a lot different price than a fully working one. But, you know, Sprint, T-Mobile, AT&T, Verizon, they're all about the same. AT&T, sure, a little bit more, right? But you guys see that? So I wanted to share that with you. Again, what are we doing here? One of the main things I'm always kind of wanting to teach is that we're strategizing. We're kind of putting a big picture together. I'm putting a big picture together. How is the customer talking? What are they saying? Are they using slang? Are they using pleasantries? I don't even know if that's the correct thing. That's just what I call them, right? I'm kind of custom tailoring it. What's the customer thinking? I want to put myself as deep into the customer as I can. I want to squeeze myself as much as I can into the customer. You say, Aaron, that's getting a little Halloween. That's getting scary. It's getting perverted. It's getting, I don't know what it is. Guys, I'm talking about their mind, okay? I want to get myself inside their mind. How are they thinking? What are they feeling? What thoughts are going on? So that's right. He was right to the point. I'm right to the point. Damn, that's it? Aaron's got to teach a moment. Guys, what is this? Damn, that's it? What is this? That's a level 3, says Jesus. It's a level 3. So, this is how I feel it. He said it. I feel he said it, damn, that's it. I feel he said it more as a complaint, that it wasn't really an objection. Grant Cardone talks about this. People like to bitch about stuff. One of the core reasons, by the way, people like to bitch about stuff is because it allows them to get attention and feel important. So I got this as, if he said, that's way too low, man, there's no way, I would have treated that as a hard level. I would have treated that as a level 3. He said, damn, that's it. I treated this as just him kind of bitching, right? I treated it along as it sounded like, damn, that's it? Where it was kind of more of like a complaint. It was more like he was complaining, he was bitching, he was whining than a hard objection. So I handled that as this. I said, I handled that more of a complaint and not an objection. How do you spot this? You spot this by us just doing these message negotiations, having a plethora of these in the back office now, over 50 message negotiations, going through these and picking them up, and me just kind of having the ability to teach it when it arises. I said, yeah, I'm sorry. Just because the 7+ has been out for years now. Come meet you today with cash, though. I assumed it, though, that he was just bitching a little bit, that that's what this was, that he was just kind of bitching, so I just kind of treated it as such, and I went for the close. Let's see if this will let me go to the next one. He goes, I'm hit, and where at? You guys see that? So he closed right here. He goes, I'm hip, and where at? Where at is him agreeing to the terms, because he's now making a statement to move through RWOCM. We were in the offer phase. Him saying where at is him now asking for the meetup. You guys see that? So I treated it correctly. I treated it like he was just kind of bitching and letting off some steam. So I didn't treat it as an objection at this point. I just went for the close. Give me a 1 if you guys kind of see that. And give me a 1 if you see that it'll work, because he stayed in the convo and he now is showing intent for where at. He goes, do you have phones for deal? Okay, I did have a bunch of phones, but I'm not going to take time to worry about all that junk. You know, I don't care about any of that stuff. Next time I'm going to start selling phones locally. I'll get me some RSIMs and start unlocking stuff, okay? None of that stuff. He goes, do you have phones for deal, for sale? I said, I sent it to the Quick Trip, right by Aaron, pre-programmed in the phone. It's QTME, QT or QT by me. I said, can we meet at this Quick Trip? Unfortunately, I don't at the moment, but if I get any, I can definitely keep you in mind. You see, because he brings up this, we can't ignore this. Do you have phones for sale? We can't just ignore this, because if I just try to go for the meetup and I don't acknowledge it, it's like I'm rejecting him a little bit. You guys kind of see that? You guys kind of feel that a little bit? It's like so it has to be acknowledged. But when I acknowledge it, I'm not saying I don't have any phones. I'm being empathetic. I'm giving him a hug. I'm saying, you know, I wish I had some phones I could sell you, but unfortunately, all the phones I have now, I don't have any phones for sale locally at this moment, right? But I can definitely keep you in mind. Quick Trip is the one on Lindbergh and 270, by the way. Then he says, can you give me $100 for it? Now, something changes right here. I now must something happens right here. Can anyone see what it is? He says, can you give me $100 for it? So, yes, he did ask for more money, but there's something else that I'm paying attention to in addition to what he's saying. That's right. Otherwise, you can use end of energy. Nate says he backed out on his word. I mean, we could say that. He did kind of back out, but I see it as what he was. I also see it's kind of like a plea, right? So him saying, can you give me $100 for it? He's just asking for a few dollars more. I said like $60. He's asking for $70. He already agreed to the terms. I see this as not like I really need more. I see this as kind of like him just trying to get a couple extra dollars, right? That it's not really anything to take too seriously. If he said, you know what? I thought about it, and to be honest, I really can't let it go for anything less than $100. I looked up what they were going for on Marketplace, and I think $100 is a fair deal. If he said something like that, then I would have to say, all right, this guy now just brought, I'm going to have to now treat this as like a 3 levels. I'm going to have to hit this with the 4 parts. I'm going to have to use soft offers now. But because he said it like this, after what already happened, remember, it's not about what they say right now. It's about taking the rest of the combo into consideration. He said, damn, that's it. He said, I'm hip, where at? He already closed. He's just trying to get a little bit. He's kind of like, it's a last desperate attempt to try to get more money. You guys see that? The other thing that I pay attention to, guys, 536, 539, 540, 40, 41, 43, 43. Every few minutes we're responding. 46, 601. Now it's been about 15 minutes now, and now he asked this. Everything's moving smooth, but because there's a time delay, I must acknowledge that and adjust accordingly. So how am I going to adjust for that? I need someone to tell me in the chat how I adjust for this. This is big. The time that you guys message each other back and forth needs to be taken into consideration. If they're messaging you every minute or two and you're waiting 5 or 10 minutes to message them, they could get aggravated because you're not being in the interaction as much as they are. If you're responding every minute and they're waiting 5 or 10 minutes between responses, that will by itself come off as needy. So I have to strategically wait. I'm not going to wait 15 minutes, but I'm going to wait 6 to 9 minutes to respond to him so I don't come off as needy. Nate says at 5 to 10 minutes. Tom says 5 to 10 minutes. Absolutely right. So that's exactly what we do. I waited 6 minutes, I think. Was that right? 6 minutes. You have a great phone. I'm going to have to win them. It's just, as you know, I buy and sell them, and unfortunately, people really want the newer ones. So that was my excuse. He's got the 7 Plus. My excuse was people want the newer ones. He goes, I'm hip, could you or not? Now, I was going to come up $10 here, but I decided to change my mind. Why did I decide to change my mind here? There's 2 reasons why. I want to see if you guys get this, because this is important. We are making small micro changes. Every message we send them based on where we are in the conversation, what happened previously, what type of person this is, and everything else that has to do with message negotiation. Tom says he asked you a soft offer, not a hard offer. That is one of the reasons. He said, could you? He was making it soft. He didn't say, I really need $100. If he said that, which could have been a truth or a lie, I would have adjusted a little bit slower. Thank you, Arthur. Arthur and Tom did exactly what I wanted. The first thing he says, I'm hip, could you or not? By saying no, he's saying, guys, you guys feel that? He's saying, I'm hip, could you or not? So he's basically, he's saying that he doesn't even really need it. He already put no in the thing. You guys see that? The other thing is 607. He responded right away. Arthur, that was very, very, very good eye. You guys see that? I want you guys to see. Because he did both of those things, it's kind of like a desperate plea. He's basically saying, I understand, could you or no? It's not strong at all. Andy responded in 7 minutes. I decided to close it hard. Unfortunately, I can't. I'm sorry. You guys like this? Unfortunately, I can't. I'm sorry. I like to say unfortunately all the time. Unfortunately, I would like to go higher, but because I'm a greedy mofo and I want to make as much money as I can, and because you responded right away and you said no, I know that it's a desperate plea. I know that I can be a little bit tougher, make a few extra dollars, which is just better off for me. So because of that, unfortunately, I can't. So in these situations, guys, I press firmly. See, but you guys see how I'm judging where the guy is at? And this allows me, because I'm judging all these things we've been talking about, I now can be very firm on my price, keep them in the conversation, and retain more profit. That's what this is about. Instead of potentially having to give up maybe $20, $30, or $40 over a back and forth, I can give up nothing or maybe only a little bit amount and retain it. When you're good at this, you're able to do this. It allows, this really builds up over time. Unfortunately, I can't. I'm sorry. And then I got your 60 though, and can meet whenever. So I'm kind of putting it out there, but it would be a little bit too desperate to say, unfortunately, I can't. I'm sorry. However, when would you like to meet? When would you like to meet would be a little bit too much. I just want to say I got your 60 though, and can meet whenever. So I want to put it out there and throw the benefit, but I don't want to say anything about the meetup yet because I want him to bring it up, and I think he will because he's kind of desperate. 610, he goes, it's okay. You guys see that? So he's basically saying, I understand, it's okay. I knew he would be okay with this. Other people, though, I would be afraid they might turn into a level 2 or a level 3, so someone else, I might say, I wouldn't be as firm as this. I might say, you know what? How about we meet in the middle at, I could come up a little bit, but $70, I could come up to $70, but that's going to be pretty, that's really pushing it for me. But I know that on this guy, I could be firm, retain profit, and he's okay with it because of all the things we just talked about and me being able to really analyze and understand these things. The timing, the words, everything else I'm remembering from the last 3 pages. All these things matter. He goes, it's okay. I said, okay, thank you. So did you want to meet up? He's saying it's okay. I'm saying, okay, thank you. So did you want to meet up? What's this right here? It's going for the meetup. What type of phrase is this? Soft phrase. That's right. Soft phrases are very good when you're dating too. I used a soft phrase this past Friday to make some magic happen. And every time I said it, I'm like, this is so great. I'm like saying what I want, but because I'm asking it like a question, I'm not coming off as needy. Because before I'd be like, we should do that. Would you like to do this? I love it. Soft phrases like have changed my life. I'm like so glad that we came up with soft phrases. I love soft phrases. Could you give me about 80? Okay? Could you give me about 80? So what I'm going to do here, this is my thought process. I'm going to come up a little bit. He's come down a lot. He agreed to the price. He wanted a little money. He dropped a little bit. I could probably get it for 60. I'm going to come up a little bit just to show good faith. I'm going to come up a little bit because this really matters, not necessarily in this situation, but if let's say someone wants 300 and you offer 100 and they come down from 300 and you want to be able to go up a little bit, it just kind of gives a good taste in their mouth, right? They're sacrificing a little bit. You're sacrificing a little bit. You both are sacrificing. You both are winning. That's not necessarily true with this, but because he keeps pushing for it, I'm going to give him a little bit more money. I'm not going to give him a ton, but I'm going to give him a little bit more just to kind of see that I'm compromising a little bit. So you'll see that I do that here. Could you give me about 80? I go, meet me in the middle at 70. Okay? So I'm at 60, he's at 80. Now, why am I doing this? Because he agreed to the meetup originally, then he wanted more money. Then he agreed to my lower price. Then he understood that I couldn't come up at all. But then now he's pushing for more money. So I feel that if I give him a little bit more, if I come up a little bit, it'll kind of show good faith and it might help close the deal. So I'm agreeing I'm going to come up a little bit. But I know I don't have to come up a lot because of where he's coming from. Meet me at 70? I said, could you do 80? Now, I'm not going to do 80. I'm not going to do 80. I know I don't even have to do 70, but I'm okay coming up a little bit. But I'm not going to come up a lot. We're not going to come up a lot here. I said, could you do 80? I said, I can't. I know I'm okay. Why do I know I'm okay saying I can't right here? Need someone to tell me. Why is it that I'm safe kind of being firm and saying I can't? I can't is very strong. There's no intent here. There's no benefits. I'm just saying I can't. Why do I know that this is a safe thing to say? Yeah, that's right, because he's a level 1. He's a little bit needy. He's a little bit invested, however we want to call it. I also just came up $10, which is more than anything else, which is a benefit to him. I came up $10. So I just say I can't. It's okay to say stuff like this, guys. I say stuff like this all the time. I don't say it in the beginning. Notice I didn't say I can't in the beginning, but after we negotiated, after I did some benefits, after I overcame some objections, now I'm being a little bit firmer. And I know I can be a little bit firmer with him because of the things we talked about, because of how he, how he responded quickly, how he agreed to the first offer, all that stuff. Some situations, though, they'd be a little bit tougher, and I would have to say, you know what, unfortunately, I can't. I wish I could, but I can't. I can be tougher with this guy because of all the stuff we already talked about, that he's kind of a level 1. How much? I paid $280, $208, right? Well, why does this have nothing to do with anything? He said he paid $208. Why does this have nothing to do with anything? It's not going to change my offer. What he wants for the phone and what he accepts for it doesn't matter. He already accepted my offer originally of $60. I mean, he did back out of it, but we know none of that matters with anything. Also, there's no point to even acknowledge it because this gets off track, and one of the things I'm always teaching is I'm negotiating on price. You guys see that? I stay on the price. Well, have you thought about taking it to Eco ATM? Have you thought about trying to sell it yourself? Have you called up Apple to see what they could give you for it? That takes it off the dollar amount. I stay on the topic at hand, and I negotiate the price. I'm negotiating the price. I'm staying on the price. I'm staying on the straight line as the one guy talks about. How much? I paid $208. $70, that's my max. Why can I be tough? I can be tough because he's a level 1. He's invested. He's responding, all the things we talked about. You gonna give me $70? Did he just porcupine me or tied on me? Yes. Okay, where are you at? All right, so you guys see that. We closed the deal. He said, where are you at? Now I want to show you the meetup because the meetup's all messed up. But the meetup, okay? Now, he knows we got to meet in the public place because we met up before. He knows the bill of sale because we've met up before. He knows the phone's got to be factory reset. So I don't really need to bring up all those things because we met up before. As you guys saw, you still buying phones. I said, can we meet at the 7-Eleven near West County Mall? And I send the address. Why? Because it's by me. I always go what's by me. That's too far. Shit. Okay. Dang. Well, he's kind of being tough on me now. That's too far. I said, where are you at? Now, sometimes this stands for where are you at? W-I-E, where are you at? Sometimes I would say, where are you located? But because this guy's using abbreviations and kind of some slang, I'm okay using some slang and abbreviations and shortcuts with him. You guys understand that? Sometimes I would not say that. I met up with a gentleman that was probably maybe 60 years old that I bought a phone from like a month ago. Not a month ago, like 3-4 days ago. I'm probably not going to say WYA to him, right? But someone like this they understand this language, so I'm talking to him. I'm mirroring him. He said South. I don't even really too familiar. How about South County Mall? That's too far. If you can't come, don't worry about it. Why do you say if you can't come, don't worry about it? That's a weird thing to say. You guys agree? Why would he say that? If you can't come, don't worry about it. Now, we don't know for certain why he said this, but I'm going to share with you why I believe he said this. I want to see, why did he say this? It sounds like he's backing out. We went back and forth. He wasn't level 1. He was invested. And now he's saying if you can't come, don't worry about it. Jesus says he's backing out. Nate says he's giving you a way out. Externally, it sounds like he's backing out and he doesn't want to do the deal. People, guys, have egos and they don't want to feel rejected. Because we went back and forth a couple times and didn't set up a place to meet up, I get the feeling that he's afraid that because of this, I might flake or not want to drive to where he's at. And because he feels that I might say that, he wants to back out before I back out to save face and to not feel potentially rejected. Does that kind of make sense? I believe he's doing this because he's afraid that for whatever reason, I might not be a professional phone flipper and I might not want to drive that far. And that doesn't even really mean anything because I could get him to drive a little bit to me, right? But because he's afraid that we didn't, the meetup has now been stalled a little bit because I made a couple offers for the meetup. There wasn't a meetup agreed upon, so the meetup is now stalling, which is not a good thing. The meetup, sometimes it does get stalled, but we want the meetup to be as quick and as smooth and to get through that as fast as possible because that keeps the momentum going. I'm talking to a guy that I've known for like 10 years at the club. Dude's like 30 years old. Guy had a girlfriend. Guy broke up with his girlfriend. He's telling me, he goes, whatever happens, happens. I'm 30. I'm single. If I meet a girl, great. If not, it's no big deal. Why is he saying that to me? This guy I've known for 10 years at the club. Why is he saying that for me? He's single. He doesn't have a girlfriend. Doesn't seem like he's dating anyone that he wants at this point, or he wouldn't be at the club with Uncle Goldstein. Why is he saying that? He said, that's right, not to feel rejected. He doesn't want to put his expectations out there and have his desire for what he wants. He doesn't want to expose his desire for what he wants. Because if you fully let your desire for what you want be exposed, you're then burdened with a desire. If you're a single guy that's not dating, sleeping, or seeing the type of women you want, and you say some bullshit that's completely false, that's completely stupid, that's a big pile of crap, if I meet a girl, that's great. If not, it's no big deal. Your desire, every guy that I've talked to that's single, that's not dating, that's, not seeing any women, if they had like a beautiful, perfect woman come up to them, they would love to date the woman. But because they don't think it's possible for them to attract that or potentially get it, they rather lie to themselves and say what this dude told me that a lot of guys tell me, if it happens, it happens. If not, it's no big deal. You guys see that? He's suppressing his desire. Because if he fully embraces his desire, he's burdened by the desire. By not fully verbalizing it, he can suppress it. Does that make sense? That's what this guy's doing. This guy's doing the same thing. This guy really wants to meet up, but his desire to meet up is strong, but he has the same feeling. It sounds like we might not do the meetup, so I'm going to play like I'm not really interested in the meetup in case Aaron backs out of the meetup, then I don't feel rejected. Give me a 1 in the chat if I explain that at least halfway well. It's a very deep thing that almost everyone has, but no one will say or feel or verbalize. And of course, I was at the club. What did I say? Well, I'm here to do work. Don't know what you're doing, right? But, you know, most people aren't going to say that. All right, Nate gave me a 1, so at least someone that kind of makes sense. You'll see why this is true later. Even though it looks like externally that he might be backing out here. It looks like externally that he might not want to work out the deal here. I'm going to prove to you later in the combo that he did really want to work it out. I said, I live in Hazelwood. Work with me. Meet me in the middle. He goes, middle of Mare. What do you go by? He says, I'm on the south side right now. See, so I'm asking him to meet me in the middle, right? Because I'll drive to him if I need. I don't care about driving, but I want to, you know, meet me in the middle. It's fair, right? We're fair. I'm on the south side near Ronnie's. Can we meet there? I found a place in the middle. I Google it. I sent him the address. Why do I have to send him the address? I've sent him 3 addresses so far. Why do I do that? That's right. It's my job. I can't expect them to Google it. That's too much work. Our job to find a place for them. It's our job. That's why we make the money. That's why we make 2 to 3 times, well, the people here that actually do what they're supposed to be doing, that place ads and go through training, not the people that just like come on the group chats and don't do anything, or that join the program and don't do anything, or that say that they're a phone flipper but don't actually take any action. But the people that actually do the things they know they're supposed to be doing, there's a reason they make 2 to 3 times what the average person makes, and they do it working literally part-time hours, okay? That's how you make the money. We have to take control. Big movie theater. How far from you? He goes, 19 minutes. Can we meet there? I want him to confirm he can meet there because I'm detecting some. He doesn't want to meet there. He goes, okay, where are you at? I said, I can be there in 16 minutes. Want to meet now? He goes, okay. I don't like okay. Why not? Okay does not sound very solid. Okay to me sounds like I kind of don't want to drive that far. Does anyone else here feel that? I got a 1 from Tom. If I got a, okay, cool. On my way now, should be there in 10 minutes. If I got one of these, I know it's good. Okay sounds like I don't feel like driving that far, Aaron. Even though I kind of want to meet you, I don't feel like driving that far. So I don't ignore that. I acknowledge it. Okay, I'm on my way. I was already driving, so I'll head right there. That worked for you. I need to come push. I'm putting it out there. Does that work for you? It sounds like it doesn't. If it does, let me know. Okay. He said okay. But he's not, I need something more solid. Okay, I'll see you soon. I'm in a black Honda. Okay. He says, that's still South County. Could you guys see that? He goes, okay, could you come to Watson Road? So, you guys see, I knew that, okay, he didn't want to do that. Watson Road, I think, was about the same. It was just like a little bit further. Or it was in another direction, but just a few more minutes. I said, where at there? He goes, River de Pear. Could you send me the address? Not sure where that is. Where I'm at. Just come where I'm at now. I said, okay. I'm by West County Mall now. So now this meetup, so now it's like I need it. Okay, I want okay. We need to close this through. I said, send me the address. What was Aaron say? Send me address where you want me to come to. He sends me the address. Okay. Now we're getting somewhere. Now I got a point of reference. Okay. I needed this. I found a Quick Trip near this house. This Quick Trip right by you. Can we meet there? He goes, yes. Now you guys see, yes is yes more certain than okay. It is, right? He's basically saying, I don't feel like going all the way out there, but I'm okay to drive 6 or 8 minutes to the Quick Trip. And he goes, okay, I'll be there in 21 minutes. Can you meet then? He goes, okay, he says, okay, he says, I'm going to be there, okay? He goes, okay, I'm finna be there. Finna be there is a lot more solid than okay, right? So I know we got a deal. I know I got a deal. He just didn't want to drive. Should he have driven? Yes. Do I care? No. I'm going for the money. I don't care. Whatever. I've been driving around meeting people for a while. I'm making 6 figures a year in profit, working part-time hours, working fine for me. Okay. I said, I'll text when I'm 6 minutes away. I'm en route now. Your cash already on me. Okay, that's cool. So Tom says, yeah, paid $70 for a 7 Plus. Okay, cool. I was like, all right, chat soon. Phone has no cracks, right? And no iCloud? No cracks. No, you got to put your own iCloud on it there. Perfect. All right? I want to be able to put my own iCloud. Perfect. Just want to make sure it didn't have anyone else's iCloud on there. Why do I say this? Because the drive was like 20-something minutes. So if he's coming right to me, I don't care. I don't really need to. I might ask this, I might not. Because I'm doing a little driving, though, and I'm going to him, I want to kind of verify that it's in good condition before I get there. Because if he said, well, there's no cracks, there's just a little chip on the bottom right, well, you know, now I got to offer a little bit less. Now I got to offer, well, excuse me. Now I got to offer a little less. Perfect. Just want to make sure I didn't have anyone else's iCloud on there. He goes, okay, I want you guys to see something. This is what I want to show you guys. Okay, I'll text here in a bit when I get close. He says, is you close? About 20 minutes away, I en route, I coming from a bit away. He goes, okay, cool. 7 minutes later, he says, you close yet? What do you guys notice about these two things? And what does this have to do with that message we looked at a couple minutes ago where he said, remember that message he said, if you can't make the drive, don't worry about it. He said something like that. But now he's saying, is you close? You close yet? So what's he doing? He's now, him saying, is you close yet? What's that doing? That's showing a lot of intent. That's showing he really wanted the deal to go through. This also emphasizes what we talked about 5-10 minutes ago, where when he was saying, if you can't make the drive, don't worry about it, this shows you that he really wanted the deal to work. He just wanted to back out, potentially back out, before I was going to potentially back out to save face so he didn't feel like he was getting rejected. It's like very like 18 levels deep sub-psychology, but you guys see how it works, and you see how he really did want the deal because he's like now pursuing me. Where are you at? Are you close yet? What's going on? You guys see that? Very powerful. So I wanted you guys to see this so you could see that that's exactly what that was. Even though it looked like he was not that interested, he really was. He was trying to suppress his desire because 99% of humans suppress their desire. All right, I'm 10 minutes away. 14 minutes, and now I'm letting him know every few minutes how close I am. I normally wouldn't do that. Why am I doing that? Because he's asked me a couple times how far away I am, so I'm letting him know that I'm serious, that I'm coming, and that I'm not bullshitting. Pulling up in 1 sec. The other thing, oh, and then I got the phone. Okay. The other thing is he went to the wrong Quick Trip. So even though I gave him the address, I guess there's 2 Quick Trips near him, he went to the wrong Quick Trip. Didn't even bother to put the Quick Trip address in his phone. I guess he just went to whichever one he thought about. That shows you, again, people are lazy. I sent him the address. There was like 3 Quick Trips actually kind of near his area. I just picked one of them, and he didn't even bother to put the address in. If someone sent me the address to a Quick Trip, there's like 2 kind of near me. Actually, there's kind of 3. I would put the address in to make sure I'm going to the right one. I sent the address where he could literally tap his finger on it and it would preload, right? It was in blue, but he didn't do that. And I'm sure you guys have had people, well, they'll meet you at a place and you send them the address, but they don't even bother putting it in their GPS. They go to the McDonald's on the left of the street or the right of the street, right? That's how people are. That's something you should expect. And then, of course, as you can see, me looking very professional, just picking up the phone, because as you guys know, you need to have really good grammar, really good spelling, and you need to dress and you need to dress with a 3-piece suit every time you pick up phones, because I'm sure maybe now I'm just making up a bunch of junk now. Okay, that's that. Oh, all right. Woo! All right, how do I work this thing? All right, it says there. All right, guys, how do I work this? Oh, there it is. Chat, no. Stop share. Oh, I'm good with this technology stuff. Woo. So that's that. Oh. No, all right. Yeah, fancy, man. Tom says, could you fully explain the mindset of being persistent and not needy? Yes. So, that's a good question. So neediness, there's nothing real wrong with being needy. After you pick up a few thousand phones, you just really won't be needy anymore. I was needy a lot in the beginning, but I still picked up a bunch of phones. But you don't want to convey neediness, right? So one of the ways you don't convey neediness, the biggest way, two ways you don't, sometimes I'm trying to set up a date and I'll still bill needy, but I'll still set up the date and everything goes good on the date because it's I control myself. I will allow there to be silence. I'll sometimes shut up on what happened on what was it? Friday? Oh, I had a good night Friday. So the first girl I talked to, I stayed with her all night, right? So there are times where it's I'm kind of, I want to talk, but there's certain times not to talk. So sometimes I talk, sometimes I purposely shut up. I use silence because all this stuff is going to be applied to dating pretty much. I allow her to ask some questions about me. I allow us to be comfortable in the silence and the space and the energy that we have without talking, even though I have a desire to talk, right? We can apply the same thing to phone flipping. Two ways to not be desperate or you want to be persistent and want the deal, but you don't want it to affect who you are and you don't want it to affect your identity or to feel like it's going to affect your ego. One of the ways to do it is by micro-stepping. One of the ways you show neediness in phone flipping is when I'm negotiating the price and when I say yeah, unfortunately, $60 is my max, but I can meet you whenever with cash. That doesn't show neediness. Getting too ahead of RWOCM shows neediness. Example number 2. Unfortunately, the highest I can go is 60, but I got your cash. I can meet you whenever. I'm free right now, and I can meet you at the Quick Trip on 270 in Lindbergh if you'd like. By getting too far ahead of RWOCM, that shows a little neediness phone flipping. So one of the ways is mirroring. The other way is being aware of the time, right? And even if I want to respond to them, being aware that, all right, there was 15 minutes. They waited 15 minutes to message me. I got to wait 6 or 8 minutes. Just understanding that if you respond too quickly, it shows neediness. And micro-stepping is a big deal. If you're in the negotiating phase, every now and then there is an exception to the rule. But 99% of the time, if you're in the negotiating phase, you don't want to be talking about the meetup because that's getting too far ahead. If you guys haven't even come to terms on price yet, why is this guy talking about the meetup? Seems kind of desperate. Seems like he's trying to rush the deal. We only need to bring up that part of the deal once this thing's closed, once the offer's closed, once the C's done, then we can go for the meetup. And if you come across a little needy, it's okay. That's what I would say, okay? Every now and then, I'll still come across a little needy. In the beginning, I was really needy and desperate for the phones, and I still picked up a lot of phones, okay? So it's totally fine, And you'll just it's kind of like being aware of it. Sometimes I go to the club, I can feel the first few approaches I'm going to do are going to be needy and they're not going to work. I just do them anyway because I got to get out of it to kind of get in a social mood. So, and that can help you with this. Why? Because the other thing that helps you with not being neediness is the magical thing of being consistent. Because when you're consistent, if you don't put up any ads for 4 days and you take 4 days off, you're going to be needy. You're going to be desperate. You haven't kept your pipeline full. But if you're putting up ads every day and you're getting a few phones, it's hard to be needy when you picked up 3 phones yesterday and made $550 yesterday. You woke up to 22 leads. You're in 4 leads right now, right? One of them looks like a micro thread, the other one's kind of tough. Just being pipeline full keeps you in abundance. Being in abundance also helps you not be needy. And then, of course, when you're in abundance and you get all these leads and you close a deal, right? Usually after I close a deal for the day, I'm kind of on a high. I'm less affected by stuff. I've already picked up a phone. I'm at a win. So it just kind of helps you out. You can build off the momentum. But if you come across a little needy, it's totally fine. I probably picked up a good 1,000+ phones. Being really needy, just kind of being aware of the micro steps, time, mirroring, and all these things, and just kind of trying not to let it show too much, even though it might have been there. And worst case, well, you shouldn't blow the deal because you can control yourself. You can say, I really want to respond, but I know I need to wait 6 minutes. And by knowing it and knowing it's going to help you close the deal, it's pretty easy to know you should wait, right? All right, guys, I got to get going. Jesus says, I don't know if I'm all right. Usually we don't do group chats this long. I'm going to go get food. No group chat on Thursday. That's why we did a longer group chat, because I'm intending to scare kids. But we had a good group chat today because we went over some internet connection slow. Internet connection's unstable. But now it says, all right, back. We had a good group chat today, though. We went over a bunch of stuff. This was a really good group. This was a really good message negotiation. And I was able to answer questions for you guys. We went over going through the back office, being proactive, solving your own problems. We covered a lot of stuff. Aloha says, I appreciate you always mentoring us. You guys, you're welcome. You guys know I love hanging out with you guys. You guys know I like spending time with you guys. You guys are on it. You guys have been with me for an hour and a half. Aloha, Andre, Arthur, Castillo, Deb, Eric, Isaiah, Jeff, Jesus, Joshua, Kevin, Matthew, Mike, Nate the Great, Noberto, Ray, Superman, Tom West. I guys know you're serious, so I try to do my best to kind of provide you guys value so it's worth your time and you guys can learn. That way we can all make a lot of money together, because I want everyone here making $80,000 to $100,000 plus a year, working part-time hours, so you have money and time to do the external things in your life that you want to do. A lot of people have time. They don't have a lot of money. Some people I know make 80 grand a year, but they're working at their job 60 hours a week. When you can work 20, 25 hours a week, make $1,500 to $2,000 a week consistently phone flipping, I think you will find that you kind of enjoy where your life is when you get your business to that point, even though we have a lot of people here that are already at that point. You guys have a great day. I love you guys. I care about you guys. Bye for now.